on. All right. Okay. So now when I say, what is your understanding of statistics? When I say statistics as a word, what is your understanding?
It's a data oriented or a
data.
measurement like that.
Data oriented.
Data oriented.
Okay. Stats means data.
Yeah.
Data, yeah.
Okay. Now let me explain what is statistics. Okay. Now, why statistics, when you look at in the past, right, why statistics evolved is that, let's assume that if I wanted to know the best speaking language, or sorry, the most speaking language in India. Okay. So what I will be doing, I have to go to each of the state and start collecting the data, right? Each of the state and start collecting the data and see which is most spoken language. Correct? That's all I can do. Now, can I collect data or from each state covering entire population? Possible or not possible? What is Tamil Nadu's population now?
It's more than 1 crore, Gopi.
Okay, let's keep it like that. 1 crore. Okay, so which is almost 10 million. Okay. 10 million. Right now, 10 million population. Can I go to all these people and ask, what language are you speaking? Can I do that? Possible or not possible?
Possible.
Possible. When will you complete? By when you start? By when will you complete?
No, not possible. We are not supposed to go to 10 million.
Right?
Commonly, which language is used in Tamil Nadu? That is, we have to get the data from that way only.
Correct. But will you be able to reach out to 10 million people and ask this?
No, it's not possible.
No, Gopi, not possible.
It is impossible, right? Even if you wanted to do it, it will take years.
Exactly.
Correct. Now, so that is why the concept of samples have come in. Okay. That is why a concept of samples come in. When I say sample, this is called statistic.
Okay.
Okay. When I do any analysis using a sample, is called as statistics. Got it? Now let's assume you have a company, the total number of employees in your company is 10,000 people. Okay. You want to roll out a survey, but you know, there is a problem now rolling out in a survey because of some technology issue or some whatever, right? Now reaching out to 10,000 employees is not possible. So what I do, I pick out samples from the company. For instance, out of 10,000, 10K, out of 10K, I've just collected 1K samples. Okay, I've taken the survey from 1,000 people, and I come up with an inference. Okay, I come up with an inference. Now, this inference is for what? Let's take an example from here only. This 10 million people, right? I cannot reach out to 10 million people. So what I reached out to 10K people. Okay, only 10,000 people. Sorry, 1,000 people. And now with this 1,000 people, what am I saying now is Tamil is most spoken language. Sorry, spoken language in Tamil Nadu, based on 1,000 people. So which means, so 95% of people are speaking Tamil, 2% of speaking in Hindi, 1% is Telugu, another 1% is Kannada, another 1% is some other language. Okay, so most spoken language is Tamil. Okay, now this result, whatever result I have identified, okay, can I apply this entire result to this population or not? Can I do that?
Yeah, Gopi, we can do it.
I can do that, right? That is why we have collected the samples. So this
Yeah.
method is called as inferential statistics. Okay,
Okay.
inferential statistics, right? So when you look back in the slides, what is this? Inferential. Okay, inference. What is inference? I am taking the inference from the sample, right? If you look at this, right, I'm taking some portion of some samples from the population. Guys, give me a minute. Oh, sorry. Okay, now what are we doing here? We are collecting some samples from the population, okay, and doing some analysis and making some conclusions of this population. This is called as inferential statistics. So what is it? We are trying to take an inference using the sample and making a conclusion on the population. Okay, this is what inferential statistics. Now what is descriptive statistics? So descriptive statistics is very simple. Whatever data you have, okay, whatever data you have, let's say 1 year data of productivity, you take that and start analyzing that data.
Gopi, your voice is not audible.
No, I was on mute. This my kid was like, so
Yeah, okay.
okay. So now you do some analysis on this and say mean of this particular data is this, okay, median of this particular data is this, okay, and you say range of this data of this, whatever, right? So now all this analysis of whatever data you have is called as descriptive statistics. Okay, the first thing what you need to do is do a descriptive statistics, which is what we have seen in the last session as well. Now what we will do, okay, let's open our project data. Let's open our project data and see Now, from Jan to June, from Jan to June is what the data set we have. Okay. Now, the first cut of analysis, you need to give it to your immediate manager. That is what we have discussed, correct? So, that is what we have discussed. Now, what you should do in the first level of discussion, what are the list of things you should be looking at? This is our data set. Okay. So, in this particular data set, you have zone A, zone B, total head count, and the productivity per head count, right? So, what are the immediate things you can look at, right? So, what is the first thing you will look at? You will look at mean, correct?
Median. Yes.
Okay, sorry, mean will be average here, right? You will look out for
Average. Mean.
you will look out for
Overall
average.
average for 6 months.
Correct. Overall average for 6 months. Now, what is median?
Mid value.
Mid value of
let's
this
put it like
given
this.
data.
What is the formula
Mid value
for
of the data set.
what is the formula for average?
Total number of values divided by number of.
By number of instances.
Sum of all values.
Sum of all values divided by
By
Sum of all values divided by
count.
n.
Count of
number of count
Number of
or
counts,
number of
Correct? Count of.
number of counts.
Right? Now, what is median? Median is n plus 1 divided by 2.
Hmm.
Now, what is n? N is the count. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
N is the count plus 1 divided by 2, which is your mid value. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, what is mode?
Most repeated value.
Most
Repetition of.
Repeated value.
most
repetition
repeated value. Why mode is not coming? This function is available for why? Okay. Hey, why mode is not working?
The mode is there, Gopi. Yeah. I think if you put a smooth, yeah, last one.
Last one is not working.
MOD.
Last let's say
error.
2007 error. It only picks up this. Okay, let's find out in Google. Okay, but the concept is this, right? So the mode is the most repeated value. Okay. Now tell me, when you will be using average, when you will be using median, when you will be using mode. Tell me this. That is a very important thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Gopi.
Tell me that. When to use mean, when to use mode, or when not to use mean.
Then we have, if we want to increase from the productivity means we have to use average. So we can go and say them we have for the 6 months, our average productivity should be this. So we have to increase from this to this. In this situation, we have to use average. Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's keep it. Let me ask you this question. Okay, I'm rolling out a survey to see which course or which graduation course most people have completed. Let's say BA, BCom, some other diploma.
B.
These are the three courses. Okay, so when the survey goes in, it will be asking this question: which degree you have completed, BA, diploma, or BCom? So people will be selecting 1, 2, 3, right? Out of 3 options, they will be selecting, right? So BA, BCom, and diploma, right? Let's assume 100, 300, 10. Now, which measure are we using here?
Mode.
Mode. Most repeated one.
We are using what? Most repeated.
Value.
I don't know why this is not picking, but it's supposed to pick. Mode supposed to be picked here. Okay, let's figure out that later. Right now, this is called as mode. Right now, even let's assume in this productivity data, okay, so we are saying 233 is the most repeated value, right? Most repeated value. Now let's go to our histogram. This is our histogram.
Yeah.
In this histogram, let us select this, click on our data, go to data analysis, and select this descriptive statistics. Okay, now what is our input? Our input is this, and where it should come, let me select the output range somewhere here. Okay, output range missing, please enter. This is the output range. And what is the input range? This is the input range. Let me see this. Okay, click on summary statistics. Then you will get something. Okay, what you have got?
Yeah.
It started calculating everything. I don't know why this mean is not coming for this particular data. Okay, acha, got it. Why it is not coming is, see, these are in most negative values. Sorry, these values as decimal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This as decimal values. So what happens is that now there is no repetition at all. You got it? There is no repetition.
Yeah. Single digits also we can change in the set of data.
Yeah, that is why. So let's see 4, 5,
Maybe
4.
is there any round of value, then it will show, right?
Yeah, correct. So what we will do, we will pick out. I just changed this 2 number to the same number. Ideally, 4, 4, 5, 4 supposed to come. Let's see.
Okay, yes, exactly.
See,
Yeah,
4, 5,
it's
4
up-
has come, right? Right, because it is
Correct.
repeating twice. Okay. Now, so what I will be doing now is, we have already created this histogram and we know how to create the histogram. I hope you guys remember how to create the histogram, right?
Yeah.
What is histogram?
Here before I
Yeah.
didn't use this.
Segregate the reference.
Histogram is created using a frequency, correct?
Yeah, frequency.
We'll create a bins and how many
Frequencies.
times it is occurring and plotting under each of the buckets, correct? Now the question here is, now let's try to mark this median, okay? Now let's see, mean is equal to 4 to 4, okay? Now where is 4 to 4? Somewhere 4 to 4 would be somewhere here.
Yeah.
4 to 4 would be somewhere here, correct? This is mean. Now where is median? 4 3 5, okay? So let's go back and try to plot that as well. 4 3 5 somewhere here, okay? I'm clicking this, go to format and color code. Okay, let's use this color code. Now mode, let's say 4454 only, okay, for now. Okay, let's plug this color. Okay, now mean median mode, correct? Now look at this particular section, right? So now how this data is looking like, is it equally split or it is not equally split?
It's not equally fit. It's actually.
Not equally split. Now we spoke in the past that when we say mean, what does it mean? Hey, good rhyming, no? When I say mean, what does it mean? Okay. Now, this is my histogram, right? Now, 1, 2, 3, which is this value, and the maximum value is 8,
856.
5, 6. Okay. Now, when I say average, how it should be? Average should be 50%, exactly, correct?
Yeah.
This should be your 50% of data. This should be your 50% of your data. Okay. Now, what about median?
435.
That is fine. But conceptually also, when we say median,
That is a 50 percentage.
it's also 50%. Okay. So
Yeah.
this side 50%, this side should be 50%. This is
Exactly.
mean. This is mean.
Median.
Okay. And again, when I say mode should be also 50%.
Though a little confusion with this average and median. You said the average about 50% of calculation, right? Then what is about the median? Can you repeat again? Is my voice audible, bro? Hello? Hello?
Hello? guys?
Yeah, is my
Hey,
voice audible, bro?
come on. Okay, is it Rajkumar? Is it okay?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. What was the question?
Can you repeat again the median concept?
Okay, median concept, is it? See, when we say median,
Okay.
even if it is mean, even if it is mode, or even if it is mean, median, mode, all three, okay, what does it mean is that the data has to be 50% this side and 50% this side. This is the concept, very simple. Okay.
Okay.
In reality, if it is there or not, that is a different story. That we will see it in the project. But conceptually, when we say average, median, and mode, all three should be equally segregated. That is the concept. Forget about, okay, let's take like this. Jayshree, what is your height?
Height
Hmm.
158 centimeter. 58.
158. Okay. Okay. Jayashree's height is
58.
158. Okay. Session, what is your height?
160. Maybe
160.
162. Yeah.
Okay. Rajit, what is your height?
160.
Okay,
Yeah,
quickly ping your height in the chat. I'll quickly type it. Quickly ping your height in the chat.
For all of
Okay.
It's say 156. Copy.
Raja is 156. Rajit is 156. Is it? Okay. Okay. Rajkumar,
170.
170. Okay. Who else? Rajit, I have updated, right? Okay. Now I'll put is 185. All right. Now,
Okay.
so this is the height of the batch. The
Okay.
current batch, whomever we are having, this is the height of the batch. Okay. Now the question comes here. I want to know what is the average height of the batch,
Given data.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
What is the average height of the data? I'll take an average here.
Okay.
It says 164.
Okay.
Okay. Now what I'll do, I am going to change this GV to 200. Okay.
The average
Or
change.
probably let's make it as 300. Now, if you come back and tell me the average is 183, okay, will you believe this? What is average? Average is 50% should be lesser than that number and greater than that number.
Yeah.
That is the concept, right? Now,
Exactly.
look at this particular value, 183. Okay, how many is less than 183? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 is less than 183. Okay, only 1 is greater. So, which means 5 out of 6 is greater than, less than 183. So, when you come back and tell me the average height is 183, come on, nobody will believe, right?
Exactly. Correct.
Yes, Gopi.
Now, then what is the right method to use? Now, let's put median here. Okay, let's put a median here. Median says 159.
Yeah.
This looks more realistic.
Yes, Gopi.
Yeah.
This looks more realistic, right? Now, what is mode?
156.
156.
What would be mode?
Yes,
Mode
yes.
would be 156. Again, these two numbers are somewhat realistic, right?
Yes,
Correct.
Gopi.
Now, average is not realistic here.
Yeah.
Why? Because of this extreme value. Let me make it 158. Okay. Now look at this.
These three values are realistic.
Realistic.
All three values are realistic. Okay. Now, this is what will happen in your real data set. All three mean, median, mode. Okay. All three. This is called as central of tendency. Okay. This is
Okay.
called as center of tendency.
Okay.
CT. Okay. Center of the data. When I say center, the both sides should be equal. Correct? That is called a center.
Hmm.
Look at it this way. You have a seesaw. Okay. You have a seesaw. What is seesaw? It will be like this, right?
Balance.
Balancing. Balance.
It should balance. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if the mean, median, and mode, all three are in the same place, okay, then the seesaw will be straight.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if mean, median, mode, if all three are here, right, then what happens?
The other
One
side.
side
come
up,
down.
other side will be down.
Yeah.
Correct? So
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
I'll give you another situation now. This is the data set. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, this is the median. Okay. Now, this is the mean. Yeah. Now, this data set is skewed or not?
No.
Don't Gopi.
This data set is not skewed.
No Gopi, not skewed.
How are you saying not skewed?
Because the median and mean and all variation.
Okay. What is skew?
That is what my question it was asking in my mind. What
Okay.
is skew? Can you please?
What is skewed? Now, skewed means, look at this number.
Is the spelling is QUIED, right?
Yes. QI.
SQUEKED.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now look at this description. Right? There is something called as skewness here. Right?
Yeah.
There is something called as skewness. Now let's talk about that skewness. Now we spoke about mean, median, mode. Okay. We'll talk about skewness now. Let's go back to this particular table.
Okay.
Now we know that this mean will be always influenced by your extreme values. Correct?
Hmm.
Yes.
This 300 is an extreme value.
Exactly.
Because of this 300, the mean which supposed to be in the center, but it moved here.
Yeah. Due to highest value of.
Highest value, which is your extreme value. Correct?
Yeah.
So this is 158. Okay. This is 300. Your mean is 188. Correct? 183.
Hmm.
Now, technically, this mean should be somewhere here. Am I right?
Yeah. Technically, it should be there, but due to value change.
Due to the extreme value, this mean moved this side.
Yeah.
Correct? Now, when we say skewed, what does it mean is when the mean is moving, okay, away from the center is called skewness.
That is from one place to another place moving, you're telling.
Not
or
from one place to another place, from the center.
Okay. Hmm.
Mean, okay, tell me this. Mean is 50%. What is mean? Mean is a center point of any data, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mean is a center point of any data, which means this is 158 and this is 300. Okay, this is the center point, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the center point. Okay, even let's give some small band. Okay, so anywhere between this two range, mean supposed to be there,
Okay.
correct? Because that is the center point.
Mm.
Yes.
Now, the median is also a center point, correct?
Correct.
Mode is also a center point.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Now, I plotted the median. Median is 159. Let's make this to 100, okay? For sake of discussion, right? 100 to 300. What will be the center point? Somewhere 150 is the center point, okay? So let's give them a band, probably 140 to 160. Okay?
Okay.
இந்த ரேஞ்சில வந்து இருந்துச்சுன்னா it is a centerன்னு நம்ம வச்சுக்கலாம். Okay, somewhere here or there.
Hmm.
Now, your median is 150, correct?
Yes.
Now the median is in the center.
Mm.
So tick. Okay. Now mode எடுத்துக்கலாம். So when you look at this mode is 156.
That also correct.
That is also done. Now take a look at the mean. Mean is somewhere here,
Far away.
Out of the band.
Far away, out of the
band.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now it's supposed to be here. It moved out of the center
Maximum
Yeah,
value.
far away.
Maximum value.
Yeah, yeah.
because of this one value,
Exactly.
right? Now, if the mean is moving away from the center, or it can be this side also, correct?
Yeah.
இப்படியும் போலாம் இப்படியும் போலாம், we don't know, it depends on the data set, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based
Yes.
on left or right. Okay. Mm.
Based on the data, let's put this as 20 what I know,
Less
Then
of.
it will come
But
to
I-
left side.
136, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is 136 now. Now mean is moving this side or that side. Now, if the mean is moving this side or that side, then this is called as skewness.
Q.
Data is skewed. Data la ஏதோ தப்பு. Data ஒரு பக்கமா இருக்கு.
From that calculation itself, we can identify Agopi.
Correct. When you use that description, right? The descriptive statistics,
Yeah, yeah.
right? That itself will tell you whether the data is skewed or not. A very
Oh.
simple technique I'll tell you. Now, mean, median, mode. Okay.
Mm.
Look at the difference in these. Okay. So if mean is இதுல எப்படி இருக்கு? Median முன்னாடி இருக்கா?
Mm.
Correct. Median is in the front.
Front.
Yes.
After
Mean is far away.
Far
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
Now this is positively skewed.
Okay.
Why
Yeah.
are we saying positive?
Because
The
here.
number is big.
Based
Number
on
of-
the
because
Yes.
mean is higher.
Right.
Mm.
Okay. So now median. Now if the mean is this side, right? Then this becomes negatively skewed
Negatively skewed. Yeah.
because it is going on the lesser value.
Lower one.
Yes.
Okay. Now, is it good or bad? If you take any data and you see data is like this, is it good or bad?
Bad.
Really? Okay. It depends on the situation. Okay. It depends on the situation. Now tell me this. Let's take productivity project because we are working with productivity project, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's take an example of this productivity project. Now, a person supposed to be completing 100 transactions per day.
Mm.
100 transactions per day. Okay.
Mm.
I took the entire data. Now, data is looking like this. Minimum
80.
is 80. Maximum is 200.
Mm.
Okay. Now, when I plot my histogram is looking like this.
Mm.
Okay, wait a minute. It's not clearly giving you a direction. Okay. 80, 200. Okay. It is like this.
Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. It is like this. Now tell me where the mean will be, where the median will be, where the mode will be.
Based on productivity data or
You guys
given.
are able to, with this number, right? This is an histogram, Dana.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
See, when I put a curve, this is an histogram, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is an histogram. Okay. Look at this. This becomes an histogram for us. Okay. Right? This is an histogram now. Okay, let me also put a slab. 1, 2, this is 10 or 20. Okay. Now tell me, Raja said skew towards left. That is fine. The question is not that. The question is where my mean will be, where my median will be, where my mode will be. Tell me that first.
We are
Mean will be come as first.
Huh?
in
Mean will
productivity.
be comes as first. Yeah.
As you said, the
You go,
person,
Christy.
as you
Go
said
first look
earlier,
at the productivity data in that mean median mode. That data first we collect it. After we will segregate. In.
No, just the question is not that. I'm saying we
shall
have
I?
already collected and this is the output we have got. Okay. I have created an histogram now.
Okay.
The histogram, tell me, looking at this histogram, tell me where my mean will be, where my median, where my mode. Let's say this would be the
Mean
200
will become just 4 to
somewhere
yeah.
200,
No.
150, 150. This is 150. This is 130. This is 170. Okay, this is the range. Now tell me where the mean will be, where the mode will be, where the median will be. If you
Mean
guys
will
are
become
able to tell me,
3 to 4 pieces to 130.
if you guys are able to tell me this answer, right, then you guys really understood the concept of
You said
histogram.
one person transaction is 100. Then you said right.
The
Then it will
target
be
is 100.
100. Then it
Target
will
is
come
100.
to 80 between and 130.
Target is 100. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me change the color. Rajkumar said something. Let me hear him from out. Yeah, tell me, Raj.
No, you said one person transaction.
Oh, guys, there is a power cut. Kuti, current cut aicha? Inverter put on Uti. Guys, you are able to hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys are able to hear me now?
yeah,
Yes.
Gopi, we are able to hear you.
Okay, there is a power cut. I just connected from the mobile. Probably if there is a lag, then we can see how to handle it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As you are able to see the screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gopi.
All right. Now let me run this. Shift W. Okay. Now we were discussing this point, right? The histogram point.
80.
Right?
80 to 100. 80
This
to
is 80.
200.
This is
200.
200. Okay. Now this is how the histogram looks like. Target is what?
100.
100.
Target is 100. Okay. That is here. This is
Exactly.
100. This is, let's say, this is 150.
Mm.
Okay. This is 130.
150.
This is
170.
170. Okay. Now tell me where my mean will be and where my median will be, where my mode will be.
Mean will be come around 130 the range.
It will come here somewhere.
Yeah, some, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Median?
But you said that. But you
Median
said
will be come in the range of 150 to 170. Mean and mode, sorry, median and mode both are comes in between 150 to 170.
Your mean will come somewhere here.
Gopi, mean will be 136 only, no? The last data.
No, forget about last data. With this model, right? With this data set, the histogram, how it will be like this? It will be like this.
Okay, correct. For this data only
Okay.
we are existing.
For this data, you have to think and tell me how it look like. This is how it will look like. Your mean will be here. Okay. Your median will be somewhere here. Now this data is skewed or not?
Yeah, left the skewed between
Yeah, Raja is right. Somewhere?
negatively. Yeah, negative. Mm.
Somewhere it is skewed now. Correct? Your mean.
Yeah.
Now what is the center here? 80 and 200. Now how to find the center? How to find the center?
160.
The center should be found by like this. Range divided by 2. Okay. What is range? What is range?
200.
How it is 200? The formula for range is maximum minus
Minimum.
minimum. Okay. What
200
is
minus
maximum
80.
here?
200 minus 80.
minus 80. How much is that?
120.
120.
120.
Now
Divided
divided
by
by 2 is 60.
60.
Correct? Technically, the center is what? 60 points from here.
Yeah,
Correct?
80 to 60.
80 plus 60 is 200.
140.
Sorry, 80 plus 60 is what? 140. Correct?
140. Yes,
Technically, this is my center.
Yeah.
Correct? Now, this is where my median should be. This is where my mean should be. This is where my mode should be. Correct?
Yeah.
yes.
All three is called as what?
Center of tendency.
CT. Center of tendency.
Tendency.
Now,
Tendency.
whether this data is good or bad, you tell me. Now, the productivity target is 100, correct?
Okay.
Now, think like a Six Sigma guy and tell me.
No, because median somewhat should be the one other side and mean should be some other another side. So the productivity is not good
It's not good. Huh?
because of, yeah,
Anybody?
all are not in the center.
Put this in a context of productivity and tell me whether this is good or bad. Raja says it is good. Okay. Okay. Now let's see this. See it like this.
Good,
Your-
only good, because we achieve the target 100.
Now, what is median?
Mid
Median is 50% of your data, correct?
data.
50% of your data. Now, look at this. Your 50% of the data is 130. Okay. Now,
Mhm.
take a look at this. This can be another 25% of the data,
Yeah.
right? Not even that. It will be more than this. So look at this entire data set. Almost 80% of the people are above what?
100. Achieve the target.
100.
Yeah.
Your productivity, right?
Mm.
Your productivity, your median and mean is greater than your target, correct?
Yeah. So all achieve the target.
Then is this data is good or bad?
Good only. That's why.
This data
achieve.
is very, very, very good, right? This is an excellent set of data, but it is skewed or not skewed is a different story.
Okay.
Mentioned average is yeah, correct. Now this 100 is the target and your average and median is above this.
Exactly.
Then this is a good data set. If you flip it, okay, if it is less than, if the median is less than this and your mean is less than this, then you have a big problem.
Yeah. Now at the stage only there is a bad productivity.
Then it is a bad productivity. Okay. Now, what are the 5 things we have learned now?
Mean, median, mode.
Hmm.
Then
Minimum, maximum, range.
maximum range.
And then there is something very importantly, there is one thing which we have learned. What is that?
CT. Skewed.
Skewness. Correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So now how to find whether the data is skewed or not? Okay. The one technique which I said, whether the mean and median is equal or close. Okay.
Okay.
Both are close, then the data is not skewed. Data is equally distributed. Okay. If it is not, then it is skewed. Now, another one more thing is that you can take a look at your the skewness number.
Okay.
Okay, let me open that for you.
Excel.
In the Excel file, if you are able to see that there was a data which we used. Where was that? Yeah. Look at this. There is something skewness as a number, right? So if
Yeah,
this
0.
number is less than, which is close to 0, or there is a range, you can keep it as 1, 0. The lesser it is, the better. Lesser the skewness, the better it is. Okay, 0 is the baseline.
Okay.
If it is close to 0, then it is okay. If it is not close, it is very far. Okay, then there is a problem.
As of now, the productivity data that is near to 0 only. So not a
Big problem. You can actually
Okay.
validate this also. Look at this mean, 242, and median is 435. Okay, so which
Yeah.
is almost within a band. You can actually say, okay, this is a good data, and the
Okay.
skewness is also, it is showing close to 0.
Close to 0. Yeah.
Right. Now what we have seen something called as range.
Minimum, maximum.
Right, min and maximum. Now when you minus the maximum minus minimum, you will get the range. Right, got it? Now,
Yeah.
so this 4 we have learned now in this particular item. Okay, let me mark it like this. Right, now look at this number. There is something called as standard deviation and variance. Okay, now what is this? Now when we spoke about Six Sigma, there are two connotations we spoke about. Correct?
Variation and standard deviation. Yeah.
Right, there are two connotations we spoke about.
Mm.
You remember
Standard.
this? You remember this slide?
Yeah.
If somebody says standard deviation is 3% and the accuracy is at 7%, correct? Now, what we said, the standard deviation can be plus or minus 3%. What does it mean? Your overall accuracy can range between 76 to 83. That is minus from the current thing. This is what we have discussed. All right.
Yeah.
Plus or minus the standard deviation. Okay. Now you might be feeling slightly confused with the coming concept. Okay. But we will try to break it down. Let's go to this particular slide called central limit. This you guys understood, right? What is descriptive statistics and what is inferential statistics? Okay. So descriptive statistics is where we used all this mean, median, mode to understand how it is behaving. Okay.
Yeah.
Now inferential statistics is what? You are taking some samples from the population, trying to extrapolate it to the population. That is called as inferential statistics. Now, when we use this inferential statistics in Six Sigma, we'll be using it in the analyze phase. Okay. When we will be using descriptive statistics, we will be using it in define phase. Define phase. So, Jayshree, we created that project charter, right?
Okay.
When we created that project charter, what all we used? We tried to look at histogram. We used box plot. We used the mean, median, mode, everything. Correct?
Yeah. Define. Understand.
Right. Before setting up a goal, before getting into details, you will use this basic understanding to figure out where do you stand. Okay. Now, this you can keep it for now. We will talk about it a little later. So we spoke about this too. Right, there is something called a center of tendency. This 3 we spoke, correct? This we understood now.
Yes.
Right, now this is called as the histogram. Right.
Okay.
In the histogram, this is called a center. Correct? This is called a center. Now in the center,
Mean median mode.
guys, am I audible?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
audible, Gopi.
Yeah, Gopi, you are audible.
Okay. So we discussed about something called the center of tendency, which is mean median mode, 3Ms. Correct.
Yeah.
But we have not spoke about this distance only. Correct.
Mm.
This distance we have not spoke about. Correct.
Yes, Gopi.
Now, do you remember this one slide where we spoke about accuracy and precision?
Yeah, in that,
We spoke about that.
yeah, accuracy and precision.
In the slide. Yavarga?
Yeah, NSL, USL.
Okay, come on, Gopi. It is 2 weeks back.
NSL, USL letter.
We spoke about accuracy and precision. Correct. Now, tell me now. This CT, okay? This CT, mean median mode, is accuracy related or precision related?
Accuracy related. Why? Because we have a data, right? We are working with the data, then it will obviously accuracy related, right? Is that right?
No. Okay. Tell me first one thing. What is accuracy and what is precision? Session, you tell me. Let's quickly refresh and recall. What is accuracy and what is precision?
Accuracy means we will correctly fix a target. We can hit the target is accuracy. Precisions means we are closely to the target, but we are not achieved. That is precautions. Accuracy means we have achieved the target.
Okay.
In the first
Jayashree,
one
what
is,
about you?
Yes, Gopi. Hello.
What is accuracy? What is precision?
Accuracy is we achieve the target based on that goal, what we set. And precious.
What is precision?
Precious is how many times we achieve the goal to get the target.
Okay. All right. Let me repeat it once again for all of you guys. Okay. Now, we spoke about we are giving a target for all three of you. Correct? We have given it for Session, we have given it for Raja, we have given it for Jayashree. 10 dot pins. Okay. And then you're supposed to throw it, right? This is Session's board. This is Session's board. Okay. This is Raja's board. Right? This is Jayashree's board. Okay. Session comes and throws the pin every time, but this is the target, but all the points are somewhere out of the target. It is not in the target. Correct?
yes.
Now Raja throws it. Raja throws all over the board. Right? Jayashree throws exactly at the board. Now tell me what is the problem? Now the problem is for Session, accuracy is the problem.
Yeah.
Consistency is there.
Consistency
Correct?
Is there.
Right?
Now, times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now all remembered.
Yes.
Now Raja's problem is consistency and accuracy both. Correct. Now Jayashree, both is good. Now tell me,
Okay.
your CT, Okay, Rajkumar, did you get the point?
What you explained about the accuracy and precision is I get it, but I'm not clear with the I'm not clear with comparing the CT between accuracy and precision.
No, that I will explain now. But
Okay.
are you clear with accuracy and precision?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, got it. All right. Now tell me, how CT is related to this accuracy and precision?
Consistently achieve the target, that is for CT.
Okay. Now let's keep it like this. This is 1. Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. Okay. This is the score which we are going to give. This is sessions board, right?
Mm.
This is sessions board. Now, okay, let's keep it like this. This should be vice versa. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. It should be
Okay.
like this. Now, let's try to plot this number. This is 1, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
This is 1.
1, 2,
This
3.
is 2.
1,
Again,
2, 3.
this is 2. This is 3.
And this is 4.
This is 3. Again, this is 3. And again, this is 4. Okay. Now, what is the total average coming up?
11.
Average should be 3.
2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 11. 11 plus 3, 14. 18. Right? 18 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
18 divided by 7 is how much?
Almost
2.8 or something.
2.8 something. 2.8 something. Yeah.
2.8.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I have to put a histogram, how it will look like?
It's look
0 to 1, how much?
It will look like this. Okay. 1, 2,
2,
3,
3, 4.
4, 5. How many ones? Only one. Correct?
Yeah.
How many 2?
2 times.
2 times.
Okay. How many 3? 1, 2, 3.
3 times. 3 times.
4 is only 1.
Only 1.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 is not there.
Not there. Yeah.
Right? Now, if I have to segregate this like this, இந்த பக்கம் இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் 1, 2, 3, இந்த பக்கம் வந்து இது 5, 6, இது 6 7 7 10 வச்சுக்கோ, மைனஸ்ல வச்சுக்கோ இந்த பக்கம். ஓகே. Now இந்த ஹிஸ்டோகிராம் எப்படி இருக்கு? இப்படி இருக்கா? Right? இந்த ஹிஸ்டோகிராம் எப்படி இருக்கு? Now what would be the average? Average is 2.8. Somewhere close to 3.
Exactly.
Yeah. So mean, median, okay, mean மட்டுமே வச்சுக்க. Now mean சென்டர்ல இருக்கா இல்லையா?
இருக்கு 2.8 based on
2.8 இருக்கு கோபி.
2.8 இருக்கா?
Yes, yeah.
This close, correct? So இப்போ இங்க 2. இப்போ சென்டர் ப்ராப்ளமா இல்லையா? 2.8.
No.
Correct? Okay. Now, but on our target, where is the target? Target is 5, then.
Yes,
but target is 5. Yeah.
Target is 5. Okay. Now,
it shows us bad only.
Target not met. Now,
Yeah,
tell
not
me, target is not met. இதுல என்ன சொல்றாங்க? Precision is okay, but not accurate. but not
target achieve பண்ணல, but
accurate.
இது mode
So
வந்து correct.
target is not met. Correct? Now, Sari Gopi, okay, target met, I understood, because the average is supposed to be 5, it is only 3. So that is why we are saying accurate is not there. So, which means CT is what? CT is related with accuracy or precision now?
Both.
CT is related with accuracy or precision. CT is related only to accuracy. Okay? It is only with the accuracy. It talks about the center. Okay? Now, this data set is not skewed. Okay? But ana target meet panala.
Okay, target not achieved.
Target not achieved. There is a problem in the target. When you look at the last example of your target of 100 transaction we spoke about, right? The product
that
was really good. The product was really good. Correct?
Correct.
Same concept. Now, CT is more towards accuracy. Okay, Gopi, right? Then what is precision then? How the precision is coming into picture? Now, this has a accuracy problem. Precision is really good. Now, this has both. This has both. Okay, now how to understand precision? This is called as the spread issue. We call this as spread. This is called as spread. Now, what is spread? நம்ம இப்படி பெல் கர்வ் போடுறோம்ல, இந்த பெல் கர்வோட ரெண்டு எண்டிங் இருக்குல்ல, இந்த ரெண்டு எண்டிங்கும் தான், இந்த ரெண்டு எண்டிங்கும் இந்த டிஸ்டன்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல, this distance is called as spread. Now this spread, there are multiple measures. CT la நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம்? CT la you have 3 measures: mean, median, mode. Correct? அதே மாதிரி spread-க்கும் we have different measures. Okay? One very simple measure is the range. Okay? One simple measure is the range. Now I'll explain very clearly. I'll try to explain very clearly. Let's try to see. This is the very important concept. This is where you need to understand. If you understand, you understood Six Sigma. That's all. Your productivity target is what? 100. இது வந்து புது situation. இது புது situation. இது புது situation. இது புது situation. Okay? Now, what client is saying is, boss, your target is 100. Okay? Your target is 100. But I also know that if a person cannot achieve more than 150. Okay? 150 க்கு மேல அடிச்சா அது நிறைய ஸ்டெப் மறந்துட்டு they will be forgetting the steps and they will not follow the steps properly. It will lead to an error.
That is not a quality one.
You will not give a quality product. So your productivity should range only between this two, 100 and 150. Okay?
If more than 150,
Right?
no, the quality is not there in that product. Okay.
Quality is not there in the product. Okay? Now, why to confuse? We'll go to our biscuit example. Okay? Your
Okay.
biscuit length should be
to
what? 800 to 1000. Okay. இதை தாண்டி இதுக்கு கீழே வந்தாலும் it will be an error. இது மேல போனாலும் it will be an error. This is what our customer is saying. Any biscuit should be in the length of this 2. If it goes beyond this, there will be a problem. Okay. Now what am I doing is I am giving the ingredients to Raja, Seshan, Jayashree, Raj, Rajit. Hey guys, you go, you come up, create a biscuit and come to me. Okay. Now all put together. Now 800 is here. Okay. 1000 is here. Now Raja did 100 biscuits. Okay. Rajit did 150. Session did 200. Raj did 150. Okay. And then Jayashree did 120. So we have so much of biscuit now. Correct? So in the Oru biscuit order measurement we will have between this range. Correct?
yes, Gopi.
Between this range you will have. So maybe 850, 852, 999, whatever number, we don't know. That is in the data set. Okay. So in total, these many data points we have. So now what am I doing? I'm trying to plot this here. Okay. Now plot பண்ணும்போது எப்படி வருது அப்படின்னா this is how the curve is coming.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what is this range?
700 or 650 to
700. Maybe 700.
700.
Correct.
600 to 700.
But what is that?
That is defect.
Spread, right? You're saying about spread.
No.
Not that
Not meeting the expectation.
Not meeting the expectation. அப்படின்னா என்ன?
Defects.
Lower quality.
What is it in the quality term?
Defects.
Defects. Correct. Is it defects? Again, you have something here.
1000.
This is also defects. Correct. Now, I know, okay, this is fine. Now, but I wanted to go deeper and understand where the issue really lies. Okay. And our defects are really high. Now, what I did is I went back, I created a table like this. Session, Jayashree, Raja, Rajit. Okay. $800,000. $800,000. Okay. What I did, எல்லா டேட்டாவையும் எடுத்து, okay, I created a separate histogram for Session, Jayashree, Raja, Rajit. Okay. Now this is how this is looking like. Now tell me what is your inference of Session, Jayashree, Rajit, Raja.
For me, I am having a defect. I have preferred below 800. Some biscuits of this should be below 800. Some biscuits should be above 1000.
Session is doing errors only in this side. Correct?
This side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, Session is having an accuracy issue or a precision issue. Now, when I say precision, there is one method to see. Okay? The range. Maximum minus minimum. Okay? Now, look at Rajit. Rajit upon end biscuits is not less than 800 within this range. Okay?
Yeah, within the range. Yes.
Right? Now, look at this range for Rajit. Okay? Let's say 700, 720. Now, in the range, வந்து narrow-ஆ இருக்கா அதிகமா இருக்கா?
Narrow.
Precision, Gopi.
Precision தான் Gopi.
It's a precision, but not accurate.
It
Yeah,
is
correct.
precise, but it is not accurate. Look
Yeah.
at this.
Yeah.
The range is very high, correct? Look at this. The range is very high, right? Look at this. The range is very high. Now, the underlying theme is இப்படி இருந்துச்சுன்னா, okay? This is a spread problem.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is a beautiful process because this is your customer specification limit and
we achieve the target
the
also.
spread is also very good. Okay. Now, இப்படி இருந்துச்சுன்னா,
No.
spread is good, but not accurate.
Accurate இல்ல.
Okay.
Precision.
Precision no problem. Now, இப்படி இருந்தா
No
precision
target.
இல்ல, target-ம் இல்ல. Okay. This is called as precision and accuracy. Now,
Yeah.
this range வந்து, there are two things. One is something called as range, which is minimum minus maximum. Sorry, max minus min. Okay. Now there is something called as standard deviation, correct? Which we spoke. Now,
Yeah.
I'll tell you a rule now. What is there is something called as central limit theorem. Okay. கொஞ்சம் max படிக்கலாம். Central limit theorem. That is the major thing now. இத நீங்க மக்கு தான் அடிச்சாவணும், வேற வழி கிடையாது. Okay, wait, somewhere on slide hidden. Okay. Now, central limit theorem போறதுக்கு முன்னாடி what we will do some sort of kind of a question answer. Okay, answer my questions quickly. What is CTQ?
CTQ. Technical module.
And I was not able to create some question, put it there, but I will have to do the quiz. Tell me what is CTQ? What is definition of CTQ?
CTQ, your last session. CTQ. Critical to quality.
Okay, Raja says it is critical to quality. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
to identify the needs or the customer's needs. Critical to quality, and we can it is help to identify what the customer exactly needs.
okay. What is DPMO?
Defects per million opportunities.
Per million opportunity.
Defects per million
Million
opportunities. Now, if a process is at 99 point, now the process is at 69%, 70%. What sigma is it?
Below
exactly
2 sigma.
2.25 in between 2.2 or 2.5.
Around 2 sigma.
நம் ஸ்லைட பார்த்து சொல்றீங்களா?
கண்டுபிடிச்சீங்களா?
என்ன இது டக்கு டக்குன்னு சொல்றீங்க?
ஜி அந்த சிக்னல் மட்டும் தான் கேக்கும். வேற எதுவும் பார்க்கல.
நான் மாத்திட்டேன். வரேன். I'll ask you some other questions now. Wait. Let me ask. Okay. Now, who is the father of Six Sigma?
Bill Smith.
Bill Smith.
Bill Smith.
Okay. Now, when you cannot use the Six Sigma, when you can't use Six Sigma,
can't use the Six Sigma.
When the accuracy is below 98%, 99%.
We discussed about a matrix.
Yeah, unknown and the solution, cost and
unknown and solution.
Cost and solution. Both are in the unknown stage only. We can't.
When the cost is unknown and the solution is simple, we can only seek the advice from the expert. In this stage, we are not supposed to use a Six Sigma.
This is cost and solution matrix. I am talking about another concept. Okay. When a fundamental is not met and
the
matrix
fundamental
is
not met and matrix is met.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I'll ask a question again. When a fundamental is met and matrix is not met,
we can use
fundamental is met, matrix is not met. Now can I use Six Sigma and lean?
Yeah, we can use Six Sigma and lean.
Okay, that is right. Now fundamentals are not met and metrics are not met. Can I use Six Sigma?
No, we are not supposed to use Six Sigma. We can use only lean and Kaizen.
Okay. Okay, now can you force fit Six Sigma into a problem?
What, Gopi? I can't get you.
The question is, can you force fit a Six Sigma into a problem? Let's assume that the problem is, okay, assume a problem can be solved with lean.
Okay.
Can you make that as a Six Sigma project?
No, Gopi, if it's called it as a lean means we can
lean itself we can do
means
we have to get it, not go for Six Sigma.
What if your director or an MD or your manager is coming back and telling you that convert this lean initiative or a simple macro project into a Six Sigma project? What will you say?
No, we can.
How will you handle this?
Based on that matrix cause and the solution.
Based on that cause and effect matrix, you will start doing it. Okay.
Start doing
Now,
project.
now tell me, what is the difference between the bar diagram and a histogram? What is the difference between a bar diagram and an histogram?
In histogram, we have a
bar-
frequency and bins to separate the every based on data. But bar diagram is straight away based on data. It can segregate based in bar diagram.
Your bar diagram is for categorical data.
Categorical.
Correct? Which means
Yeah.
that the productivity of each employee 1, 2, 3, that becomes a category.
Categorical.
Then only I'll be using it. Now, when to use line chart?
Line chart will be used only for
Line chart.
if the data is continuous.
If the data is continuous, and why you want to use the continuous data?
To check how for example, if you take any accuracy means when this accuracy comes down, when the accuracy goes up. If you want to find that, we can use a line chart.
Ups and downs.
See, I mean, for simple way, we can see when we want to see the trends, that time we can use the line chart.
Right. Only for analyzing trends.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what are the major elements found in project charter?
Business case, problem statement, goal statement, team members, and the scope and non-scope benefits. These are the things we can find in the project chart.
Okay. Now, Rajit, you tell me. Now, in problem statement, should I be mentioning the impact of the problem?
Gopi, in problem statement?
Should I say the impact or the consequence of the problem also in the problem statement? For example, if the productivity stands at 100 against the target of 120. Because of that, the penalty has been paid of X dollar penalty paid. Now, can I say this X dollar penalty in the problem statement?
Yeah, yes, Gopi.
We can say, okay.
No,
Then
Gopi,
what is the difference between, then, Session, give me a minute, no?
Yeah, okay.
Now, what is the difference between then business case and the problem statement? What will you say in the business case then?
In business case, we will mention all the things like what need to be met and all. And in problem statement, we have to mention the problem and the consequences.
What is the exact problem of the project?
Okay. All right. The major difference is that in a problem statement, you should be only talking about the problem. Only the problem. Okay. For this particular period,
yes,
the productivity stands at this against the target. Over. Okay. In the business case, you will be looking at the entire session.
Yeah.
Sorry, entire problem,
Problem
and the consequence and the impact and the benefit. Okay.
Benefit, solution, everything.
No solution. If you know the solution, you will be doing Six Sigma. You will not be doing Six Sigma, right? So solution will not come anywhere in your project.
That is benefit, I'm telling you.
Okay.
In the meaning of.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm back now. All right. Guys, you're able to hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we will talk about a very important concept, which is, you're able to see the screen, right?
Yeah.
DPU, DPMO, and Six Sigma. Okay. So now, when we will be using DPU, when we will be using DPMO, this is what we are going to understand. Okay. Now, what is DPMO?
Defects.
Let us crack this down step by step. Okay, you will understand better. Let's look at the formula so that you will understand it. Now, what is DPMO? DP is what? Defects, right?
Mm.
Now, I'm going to ask you a very important question. Now, what is defects and what is defective?
Defective.
This you have to know, or else then there is no point. Tell me now.
A defect which is affected and not make the customer target or productivity anything in like that way.
Customer specification.
Specification. Mm.
Mug it up, say 10 times in your mind. It has to stick in your mind. Okay. We need to talk the language of Six Sigma. Okay.
Okay. Customer
Specification. Anything which doesn't meet the customer specification is called as defects. Defects and defective, whatever. Okay. Now, but to be specifically understand what is defects and defective, that is what we need to really understand now. Okay. Now tell me what is defective and what is defects. Both are not met the specification. Both are not met the specification. But what is the difference?
Yeah, defective is, for example, a shipment has only old shipment has only one error. We can call it as a defective. If in a shipments we can find more than one error, means we can call it as a defects. Just
Okay.
I will connect it with example for my process.
Okay, let's say.
I don't.
Let's. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's say.
Yeah, pizza or something.
Why am I not able to read it now? It's coming up. Let's say you're supposed to create a document. Okay. That is our job. Each document will have 3 fields to update. 3 fields to update, which means field number 1, field number 2, field number 3.
Okay.
Based on some reference document. Some reference document. Now, what Jayashree is saying is, Jayashree picked up the reference document. She updated this correctly, and this correctly. Okay. Now, Raja picked it up and he updated this correctly. This is incorrect. This is correct. Now, Session picked it up. Correct. This is incorrect. Now, Rajit, incorrect. Now, Jay Kumar, correct. Okay. Now, Gopi, incorrect. Okay. Now, so in this particular day, how many transactions completed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 transactions completed. Completed is 6. Now client is coming. Hey, you know what? So you guys have completed 6 transactions. So how much I should be paying? for completing one transaction, $1.
Mm.
$1. Okay. So how much should this client should pay us?
Only $1 only, because everything has some mistakes except one.
Everything will have not meeting the customer expectation.
Only Jayashree will get $1.
Other
Yeah.
vendors not with the
Not meeting the customer specification.
Not
Yes.
meeting the
Customer
customer
expectation. Now let me ask you this question. What is the customer expectation here?
Here there is a 3 fields to update correctly based on reference.
Is that what customer told you?
No, the customer just want to.
He did not tell us anything.
3 fields is mandatory, you told, no?
He feels they're supposed to update.
Okay.
See, they're supposed to update all these 3 fields. Okay. Now, what is OD?
On time date.
We spoke about something called as OD.
On
Indefined
time
phase.
delivery. On time
On
delivery.
time.
That is session. That is metric session. What is OD?
OD.
Rajit, Raja, what is OD?
Output defect.
Okay. We spoke about something called as CTQ drill down, correct?
Critical to quality.
Correct. So in that we said something called as OD. Operational
Output.
definition.
Okay. Output data, I think. Operational definition.
Operational definition. Correct. In this particular operational definition, we spoke about he has to give, we need to clearly call out something, okay, saying that there should be we need to tell what is defective. Correct. We need to say what is defective as per customer expectation. Now the customer says, you know what, anything which is not, say, out of this 3, if you update 2, I'm fine, I'll pay.
Okay, that is only customer specification.
Now that is the customer specification. Out of 3 fields,
Okay.
1 field I am okay. So 2 out of 3 should be correctly updated. Then I'll pay. Okay, then I'll pay.
Okay.
If not, I will not pay. Now how many customer will pay for us?
$3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
$3 you will pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the first expectation was all 3 should be updated correctly. Okay.
Yeah.
All 3 should be updated correctly, then only I will pay. Now customer is coming back and changing the entire concept. Now what he says, Gopi, I don't care what you do. Okay, for me what matters is that in a day you process 106 transactions.
Okay.
In a day you process 6 transactions. Out of the 6 transactions, my accuracy should be a 50%. If 50% accurate, I will pay $6.
Based on accuracy, they mention.
Based on accuracy, they are saying if it is 50%, I will pay. If it is not 50%, I will not pay. Okay, got it? Now, what will be your question? What is accurate? How will you measure this 50%? Correct?
Correct.
Now, he says there are two methods of doing it, Gopi. Either you can go by defective method, okay, or defects method.
Okay.
Now, what is defective? What is defects? Defects are 3 fields, right? Even one field is updated wrongly. If there is an error, it is called as a defects. Now, there are 3 opportunities, 1, 2, 3, correct? In this shipment, in this transaction, anybody can make only 3 errors. Correct? 3 defects. Okay? Now, defect percent should not be greater than 50%. Now, how will you calculate? How will you calculate? 1,
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Correct? 10 defects. Okay? And what is the total? Divided by 6.
6 into 3, 18. 6 only.
10 defects, 6 units. Right?
Yeah.
Now, accuracy is almost 0. Correct? How will you calculate accuracy? 1 minus defective, right?
1 minus defective by total number of transactions.
How will you calculate accuracy?
1 minus defects by total number of transactions.
Defects by total number of transactions. Correct. Now, this is how much? 1.5 something. 1.4 urma. 10 divided by 6 evlo. 1.4 urma. Then 1 minus 1.4 evlo.
Minus, go to
minus
minus
0.4%. Will the customer pay?
No, the customer won't pay.
The customer pay? Customer will not pay. Now this is defects. Okay. Now there is a method called as defective. Now this is the entire product. For example, shoe. Look at the shoes. Now you go to a shop, you look at the shoe, and the shoe is really good, but the lace is the lace is lace is somewhere torn.
Okay.
Will you pay for it or not pay for it? Will you buy this or not?
No, we won't buy this.
They will not buy it, right? Now,
yeah,
the shoe consists of multiple elements. Your lace is there, your bottom, your side structure, all this, right? So it has many opportunities to make an error.
Yes.
Correct? But even one error, customer is not buying. Now, customer is considering that even one error also, that entire product is gone. Entire product is an error product. Correct?
Yes, Gopi.
Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Yeah, right, Gopi.
Now, if you consider the entire product as wrong, then that is called as defective.
Okay.
Correct? Now,
okay.
Now the product can have multiple errors also. Laceum poirkalam, bottomum poirkalam. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
What matters is that even one error, I will not buy.
Okay.
That is called as defective method. Now, in any in any shipment, if there is even 1 error, 2 error, 10 errors also, that shipment is considered as an error for your accuracy percent, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
Gopi.
Then what is the method they are using? Are they using defect or they are using defective?
They are using defective.
They are using defective. Okay. Now, if the customer is coming and telling us that I will pay 50% on defective method, defective method, okay, how much he will be paying now?
So only one.
Only one divided by 6.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? Now,
Yeah.
this is called as defective and defects. Okay. Now, Six Sigma is primarily worked based on defects.
Okay.
Now, which looks very bad? Defective looks very bad, or defects method looks very bad?
Defects methods looks very bad.
Very bad, correct? Because defective, when I calculate, it is 6 divided by 1, which is almost what? At least the accuracy percent stands at 10-20%. Accuracy will be 20%.
Yeah.
But here it is minus.
Yeah, good.
Minus only in
So that's
defects.
0. Right? So now, to improve quality, which method I should be focusing on?
Defect.
Defects.
Defects method is what I should be focusing on.
Focus.
Focus.
Again, but it depends on with your stakeholders how to manage. Okay. How, if the stakeholder says you go by defective, right? No, you go by defects. There can be multiple views coming up. That is okay. Now, considering this, right? That is why Six Sigma is built based on different methods. You can calculate the Six Sigma level, whether it is 6 Sigma, whether it is 5 Sigma, whether it is 4 Sigma, whether it is 3, 2, 1, whatever Sigma, right? Based on whichever method you can calculate this.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
DPMO, there is something called as DPU. Something called as DPU. Yield, there is a lot of other things, okay, which we will see tomorrow.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, Gopi.
Yeah. Today, power is coming and going. We are not able to stably do this. But today is more than enough.
Yeah, today learn lot things, lot new concepts.
Okay. Good to hear. But we need to remember all this. That is very important.
Yes, Gopi.
Okay. Any questions, guys?
No, Gopi. Tomorrow, as usual, this time or
No.
morning?
Tomorrow 10 o'clock. If there is a change in the schedule, I'll let you know. Today we had this problem, right? So because of that, I was not able to do this, or else you could have done that.